Well, warmer day on the way today. We're going to 43 degrees. Tomorrow, 50. And then another shot of cold to wake you up here for the summertime and the springtime.
Yeah, summertime.
Yeah. So, and then, I don't know if you've looked, but after the weekend, and if you look at the long-range forecast, it's 60s, 50s, mid-upper 50s, and 60s. So this could be at least the last real shot of this deep cold. Yeah. I mean, this is odd even for this time of year, right?
Yeah, if you look at the
Just so
long-term
cold.
forecast of 2 months from now, we may see temperatures in the 60s.
Yeah. Look way down the road. You see Congress is trying to finally break up a monopoly, and I can't believe that they haven't jumped in earlier. And this is something that should have been done long ago, and that is to break up the monopoly of the women's basketball team that we know is Connecticut. This has to be stopped. Something has to be done. This team has to. What should happen is we'll take them and take each player on the team, and just move them all over the country, and then start the whole thing all over. What a blowout last night.
I mean, there were times
not even close.
Yeah, not even from the beginning. It was 9-0 out of the gate.
And one of the things that amazed me, it was like watching a video game. You know, watching the Connecticut players pass the ball. They never even dribbled half the time.
Yeah.
It was like one pass from, the end zone, and they were done. They would just pass it around a few times and shoot a three and just make everything. They didn't miss one. I don't think they missed many shots. Under 10, I think.
And if you look at this Brianna Stewart from Syracuse, she is incredible. At the end of the game or during the halftime last night, they were talking about, and back to what you were saying about, it was a blowout from the beginning. 9-0 is nothing. I mean, we saw it in the Syracuse game, and even this Syracuse women's team was able to come from behind. But there was just something about the way they were manhandling, woman-handling the Lady Orange. You just could tell,
right,
that there was, and I think everybody could tell. It was just, and every time Syracuse would try to come back, they just put on the gas a little more. And that this Brianna Stewart, who played at Cicero North Syracuse, describing her at halftime as arguably the greatest basketball player to ever come out of the NCAA women,
which is incredible. It's just so amazing that she's from 50 minutes from here, but yeah, 3-time AP National Player of the Year, and then 4 national championships,
4 most valuable player.
Yeah.
Did she got another one last night?
Yeah, most outstanding. She got it last night as well, which was not even. It wasn't even a surprise.
When they had announced her name, it was so funny because the 3 seniors that were with her, before they even announced Brianna Stewart, they were like, "Yay!" and going to congratulate her.
Probably not everybody watched this, but it seems like you did, Andrew. What in the hell was going on with the sword? Did you see the sword?
I didn't see the sword.
That was kind of funny because you'd have to have watched the post game. And I was amused and wanted to watch, and this. I was wondering if she was going to mention Syracuse or anything like that. And of course, it was mentioned a lot because they're playing Syracuse,
right? And they've got nothing else to talk about because it's just a blowout,
right? But they had this sword, and then one of the other. I don't know the names of the other ones, but they're all probably going into the 3 seniors are probably going to the WNBA from Connecticut. And she said there was a sword that was given to them by someone in the military, and it meant something. And they were doing it for the post game, and all of a sudden, Brianna Stewart started taking the sword out of its. I don't know sword talk too much. Christine, you were in the military.
Sheath, yeah.
The sheath, is that what it's called? Well, I don't think they called it the sheath. I think they called it the case. Don't take it out of the case. And she's yelling, and the announcer is like, "Oh, well, so-and-so is bossing around here." And so she put it back in the case. Don't take it out of the case. I'm supposed to take it out of the case. This is all up on the stage.
No kidding.
It's all. It is all. No one's fighting, but it's like seeing this moment. Like they're in the locker room. They're not on the stage at all. They're just, hey, don't you do that? That's mine. Okay, and then they pull out. So then Brianna Stewart and the other one, the littler
like
one,
Camelot.
they get down on their knees.
Oh, I did see this.
You see it? And she said, "I knight thee," or whatever. They're doing some whole thing.
Yes,
and it was just crazy.
And
It's
the
like,
arena was kind of empty at that point because everyone's
never
like, okay,
seen. This is something I've never seen at a men's championship celebration. Just have never seen anything like it. So.
Yeah.
This is when it's the point that One Shining Moment would have been playing. They were doing a whole knighthood thing.
Yeah. Well, anyway, listen. Hey, they've certainly earned it. It's the dynasty that's been created there.
There was one exciting moment, though.
When was the last time they lost a game?
I don't know.
I think you worked
I think
for,
they said 51. I think they said 51.
You were at
something like
OUR, I think, the last time they lost a game. No, it's like
pre the second firing.
75 games now,
Yeah.
75 straight games.
It's incredible.
And unheard of. 4 straight national championships is unheard of.
So, okay. So if you're looking right now, Ted Cruz with a big win last night and Bernie Sanders with a big win. That was expected. I think Hillary's defense was, I'm really behind here. We can't catch up. I'm going to go on The View. And she completely left Wisconsin. She didn't even campaign yesterday in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
As if to say, hey, I knew I was going to win. But you can't. I think it's like 6 out of the last 8 Bernie Sanders has won. So there is a momentum going into New York State, and that primary is in 2 weeks. And you got to be thinking that there's going to be some hammering going on. And she's got to feel that New York is important. If ever New York was important, who would have thunk it? New York important when it comes to Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton. Shocking?
It is, and I think that number, he said last night afterward, I believe he said 8 of the last 9 he's won.
Might be, whatever it is.
That's incredible.
I mean, it's a run. And yeah, these are states that she probably, and they weren't huge wins. This one was a big win, though. This one was a lambasting. And it shows you, and you see the people up on the stage. This is the same thing. It's funny, while this anti-establishment vote seems to be waning a little bit on the Republican side, is of course Cruz beating Donald Trump. On the Democrat side, it seems to be just ramping up. I mean, it is, and you see these guys. It looks like something out of the '70s with these. Or late 60s, these hippie-looking guys up on the stage and the whole. It's an interesting dynamic that is playing out here right now, and it's really crazy. All that does mean, though, for us, get ready, get set for the pounding of TV and radio commercials.
Feel the
for
burn.
the appearances, feeling the burn, feeling the Hillary. And did anybody see the feeling the burn billboard ad that was put up? I don't know where it was, but it was a feel the burn. Feel the burn, and then it was a clinic for STDs. They wanted you to come in and get checked for that. I thought it was kind of funny. Little play on a little bit of a play on Bernie Sanders there. Going to be interesting. 6:21. Here's Christine.